90% of the inputs. And the additive manufacturing, a very simple example is the honeycomb. Have seen that? Honeycomb structure, Jane Guru. Varun?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Varun, other one. And the snake, they live, no? Snakes. Termites, they build the house by means of a soil. You have seen that snakes will be staying in the bush. That bush will be made by the termites. Okay, that is also additive manufacturing. It is natural. Naturally, what they do, they used to get the soil in the form of wet condition. They used to put into a shape and it will be built out. And another one, the Ellora cave, you can see that a cave is, we have removed the material. We have removed the material. It is not additive. It is the machining process, actually, machining process. And additive manufacturing, some of the inspirations which I told. Now, in this case, just today you can see that in our additive manufacturing, we have today a lot of other techniques have been come into the picture. Earlier to this, what we were talking about, the additive manufacturing system, we had a rapid prototype technique. A term rapid prototyping was used earlier. It was a two-dimensional earlier. And then later on, it was actually patented for more than 2 decades. For 2 decades, it was not left into the market. Okay, and even the cost is very, very less. You can see that the 3D printing machine is costing not more than 15,000 rupees. Earlier, it was patented and it was not possible to get into the market. And today, you can find 3 3D printing machines with the mechanical department. Okay, and these are very stretchable. Anyone can use them. Okay. And basically, by definition, it is a very simple way. It is a preliminary or it is the primary method of preparing the models. It is a primary method of preparing the models or a prototype, okay, and which are essentially required for very complicated shapes. And any shapes are required, or you are going to do some kind of testing, model testing and all, it will be very difficult to build these models by using the actual material. And even though if you want to do, what happens, the machining cost will be increased because it will be very highly accurate. You can see that in the CNC motions, we have 3 types. 3 types: PTP, point to point, a straight cut and contouring. The contouring required more than 2 degrees of freedom motion of machining. Correct? No, the tool will not be moving along the X or Y or Z axis, which will be taking the reference of all the 3 axes once at a time. So this, due to this, what happens? No, we get a very, very complicated shape. And to get these complicated shape in CNC machines and all, the programmer need to do the programming and machine need to do the machining work. All these together, what happens? The time consuming and the investment over the system and machining cost will be increased. So to avoid this, what we are going to do is we are going to build the prototype model by using a prototyping system. It is called the 3D printing technique. Okay, in this 3D printing technique, virtually what we are going to do, we are going to deposit the material layer by layer. Please try to understand. We are going to deposit the material in the form of layer, and one layer over the other layer, it will be forming just like we are going to keep the bricks one over the other with the cement to build the house. In the similar fashion, layers will be made. And the programmer, what he is going to do is he is not doing anything else. Many of you have experienced it, I think, at the department level. And we can create any 3D model of any object and we can interface with the 3D printing machine. Only the thing what you have to give the input is the layering thickness, how many layers you want to do. For example, a thickness of 1 centimeter, that is 10 mm. And one can go for the 10 layers, one can go for the 20 layers, one can go for the 30 layers. The number of layers increase, which will be increasing very good shape of the object. That means the accuracy of the object which we have taken from the 3D machine will be very, very good. Okay, it is a layering technique. And now, what are the things we can do by using the additive manufacturing system? And you can see that in our the metal removal process, to do any complicated jobs, For example, you can look at this cup. You want to do it in the CNC machine, it's not possible. This particular thing have to be made separately, and it has to be assembled means of a screw or assembled in some other way. And to do this machining, what happens? The inner material and this cylindrical surface has to be molded to this particular shape. What happens? The loss of material, more than 40% of the material will be removed by machining. So it is really the waste of material and waste of the working hours also. But in case of 3D printing machine, it is possible to build these layers. Okay, by means of a layering technique, we can able to build any type. But earlier it was restricted to only few plastic materials with different colors. Now today we can even go for, it is extended for the ceramics, it is extended for the composites, even for the metals also. That is wonderful technology of the 3D printing techniques. And earlier cases, what happened, the 3D printing technique was used only for the prototype development. It was not essentially required to do it in practical cases. But here now today, the real plastic, the prototype can be developed by using the real material, by using the powder technique. The powder layering technique also one technique. What no, the sintered powder, what happens, we can sinter the powder and we can mold the material and we can just go for the heat treatment and annealing so that we can get the shape of the material. Shape of what goods is required of the similar quantity, what metallic, non-metallic, whatever you want. Okay, this is what that lot of development happened in the 3D printing techniques. And therefore yesterday I was into the BIT college on the project competition. One of the students, he made the foldable 3D printing machine. The portable 3D printing machine, you can keep it in your suitcase and take it. And wherever you want, you can open and start to do the work on that. Okay, like that some people also have done. The 3D printing machines are available. Okay, and the generic process here I have shown. And now it is the additive manufacturing evolution, how it has taken. Okay, the first computer and the first numerical controlled machines and first commercial laser. Okay, so many other things we have taken, and all these together finally we come to this. You can see that the material is subtractive and additive manufacturing. The subtractive method is what? Your milling machine you are going to do, CNC milling, CNC turning, and your manual milling machine, gear cutting machine, hopping machine, lathe, all these will be additive system or distractive. Subtractive or additive? What is the meaning of subtractive? We are going to remove the material. For example, it is you can see that the subtractive versus the additive manufacturing. One other way, those are reversing case. You can see that in our normal machining process, we are going to take the material, raw material, that will be put into a machine. Maybe it is a drilling or milling or whatever the operation it is. We require to do this type of milling, the 3D object. Okay, and we are along with this, we are going to get the waste also, scrap. And here in this case you can see that a little amount of material, with that we are going to use the additive manufacturing technique. We build this model, the wastage what we get will be very, very less, which cannot be compared or accountable with the subtractive method. Correct? Now this is one important difference which you can find between the additive manufacturing and normal machining processes. Varun?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, is it possible to recognize the differences by looking into this additive manufacturing, subtractive manufacturing? Basically, please remember.
3D printing, yes.
Kindly remember the additive manufacturing system. Basically, we started from the plastics. A small plastic wire with the different colors that will be made to flow through the nozzle, or the near to the nozzle there will be heater. The heater will be heating it up, and by layer the material will be made to sit one over the other. So in the similar fashion, what happens, by one layer completion, the previous layer will be come to the near room temperature, and it will become a single unit. In the similar way, the 3D model will be constructed by using the additive manufacturing system. But if you look into the technology of the 2 decades, okay, if you are getting 1 minute. You can able to see the PPT. You can able to look into the PPTs.
Yes, sir. Sir,
Yeah,
PPT alla PDF ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ sir.
Huh?
PDF is visible, sir.
But it is visible, no?
Yes, sir. The material orange color 3D object.
Yeah. Material is
Yes,
orange
yes,
color. Material
yes,
is orange
yes.
color. Okay, fine. Now, during the earlier to this 15 years back, what happened? Only the 3D printing technique was applicable only for the plastic materials and nylon materials, some of the nylon materials. And what they were going to do is was, before you construct any of the complicated shapes, and what they physically you want to construct and demonstrate it. So for that purpose, the earlier people were doing the aesthetical aesthetic design. How aesthetically they will be looking at and how they can be assembled and any other problems are there. For all these consideration, they were constructed the 3D models, and it was helping a lot for the industries of aerostructure and some of the automobile industries. And later on what happened, they started applying this 3D printing technique for the ceramic materials on non-metals and metals also. And today the 3D printing technology has taken widespread over all the technology, and it has taken a lead over the material substitute systems. But only the thing is that what difference you can find between these two is that even the 3D printing technique, even a single material we can able to do the machining, but in CNC system and all, for a single material if you have to do jigs, fixture, machining setting and the programming, all this will be leading to lot of investment over the system. Correct, no? If a single material is required for the prototyping especially, we are going to do we are going to use the 3D printing technique. Okay. And the difference between the CNC machines and this one, you can see that advantages of additive manufacturing system eliminate the design constraints. And in the case of the CNC machines, what happens, irrespective of the design given, along with that the widespread table or the dimensional table is required for the CNC machining, because the programmer has to write the G code and N codes for the movement or motion of the tool over the workpiece. But here in this case of this additive manufacturing, that headache is not there. Directly the 3D model will be interfaced with the 3D printing machine, and by using the layering technique it will be performing this function. And the additive manufacturing, another important advantage for the CNC machines is that it allows any complicated geometry with no additional cost. Okay, and the building speed will be very high and reduce the manufacturing lead time, and there will be flexibility in the design. And in case of CNC machine, it is not so. And if you do small changes, again the programmer has to do the entire change in the structure of the program. But in this case, any design changes are there, the existing design which is available as a CAD model, that can be edited and we can again interface with this one, the 3D printing machine. And it is not so expensive tool as compared to the CNC machine. This 3D printing machine is not so expensive tool. As I told you, you can get in a few thousands. Even in the market it is available for 10,000 also. And the dimensional accuracy will be very good. And for the wide range of materials, even for the metallic, non-metallic, ceramics, polymers, even for the mud parts, okay, we can go for, okay, it is not possible in the CNC machines, only metals and non-metals. And very suitable for the high value replacement and repair parts. What is the meaning of this high value replacement and repair parts? So in a particular case, you can see that very simple example I'll be giving you. And how many of you are buying the cap of your pen? Varun? Varun?
Sir, yes sir.
Yeah, if you in your refilling pen, you are going to buy the refill. I know that. But anyone who lost the cap of the pen, they are buying the cap.
Voice break. I think sir, sir.
See, if you are refilling pen, a refill is lost, you are going to buy the new refill, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And in your pen, a cap is missing. You are going to buy the cap?
No, sir. We should buy full pen, sir.
Yeah, it is not, we cannot buy because it is not available in the market.
Yes, sir.
In some other cases, in some of the materials, machine or components, a particular part may not be possible to buy or we cannot able to get in time. So those are high value replacement, you can say. High value replacement is the values are not high, these are not available, these are not, these are customer made product. Some of the customer made machines or product which are not available in the market, those can be made. And we can do even repair of the parts also by using the 3D printing materials. Okay, it is a green manufacturing, clean and minimal waste. As I shown you, the wastage of material will be very, very less. You can see that material wastage is very, very less. That only at the base part and some excess material will be there. That will be as a waste, that's all. That will be called as a waste. It is actually not a waste. Okay, and these are some of the this one. And what are its limitations? What are its limitations? Whatever the size you required, it is not possible to have. Now in our available this one, the configurations or specifications of the 3D printing machine is called by number of jets, okay, nozzles, and the type of material which is holding, and the table size, the volume of material which can able to generate on the table. We have 3D printing machine, those will be having 200 by 200 by 200. That means any component which will be having 200 mm cubic shape or cubic within this volume, it can able to accommodate that we can do the machining or we can go for the additive manufacturing. And the limitations are the part size is limited and it consumes a lot of time for a single model, one thing. The second one, and it is not suitable for the mass productions as compared to the CNC machines and all.